Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey, this is Rachel.
And we're going to talk about Deontay Wilder and what happened against Dominic Breazeale.
I call him Breazeale. Yeah, so it was a huge grudge match going into the fight. There were some death threats involved. I know that they got into some skirmishes, at least one, after one of the fights that they had where they were on the same card. And yeah, I mean, Dominic Breazeale promised to drag Deontay Wilder into some deep water, and he did that for maybe, I don't know, 90 seconds, and then he was completely just. I saw, it's like when Deontay Wilder hit him with that punch, Breazeale's soul just rocketed out of his body like a cannon. It was amazing.
And so the funny story is that I was out of town this weekend, and Kelsey had told me, hey, you can watch the fight while you're out of town, and I had an opportunity. I pull up Hulu on my phone. Hulu's like, sorry, it's blocked because you haven't logged in from your home within 30 days, which I didn't know was a thing.
Hulu, you've got to do both or it won't work.
And so I text Kelsey back, or no, we go to the bar at the hotel, and we're like, hey, do you have Showtime? Of course they don't have Showtime. Why would they?
What kind of bar has Showtime?
Right. But just in case.
Yeah, that's a good try.
I mean, the hotel,
I've asked that very question.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, hey, Kelsey, do you have a stream? Because I will watch a stream if the only reason I can't see it
is we have Showtime.
Because of some fluke. Because I pay for Showtime.
So I go to my computer, because the fight just started. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the computer and find like a stream. Or then I was like, oh, I think we can log in right through Showtime and watch it, maybe. And right when I went to Showtime.com and was about to log in, the fight was over.
And so I get a text back. He's like, the fight's over. So instead, I went to YouTube and found somebody's recording of it and got to watch a very quick fight and make some people I was with watch it with me.
Yeah, she was at a can I say where you were at?
Yes, I was at the
Catholic Women's Conference.
Yeah, called She is Genius.
That's
outside of Austin.
What I'm saying is Deontay Wilder's reach even reached all his fantastic knockout, even made its way inside a Catholic Women's Conference, just outside of where was
Austin.
that? Austin in the Lost Pines.
Yeah.
Wow, Deontay's amazing. What did you think about that performance, Rachel? What do you think it means for the heavyweight division?
Yeah, so it's like, Wilder has like this crazy power that he brings, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter like how good Joshua is or how good Tyson Fury is. Deontay Wilder brings power. And so you were talking earlier that like after seeing this fight, you actually favor Wilder in matchups.
Yeah, so here's the thing. And I've kind of leaned, as far as the betting market goes, because it's a close, but Anthony Joshua is a clear favorite of Wilder. So if you're giving me plus money on a bet, I'll definitely take that value on Deontay Wilder because, again, the thing about Deontay Wilder is he's such a great athlete. He's the best athlete probably in boxing right now. And one of the best athletes boxing has ever seen. He does not have to hit you clean to hurt you, and he's going to hit you, right? He's tough. He's got a good chin. Who can go through 12 3-minute rounds and not get hit and hurt and not be finished? Tyson Fury did, just barely, miraculously, even maybe. And honestly, I've said this before and I'll say it again, 9 out of 10 times, if not even more, the referee stops the fight over the second knockdown. Breazeale, it was in the same kind of situation, was getting up, they stopped the fight, nobody complained about it. Tyson Fury, look, if you're a Tyson Fury fan and I think you think he should have won that fight on the scorecards, I get that. But what I'm saying is that it's hard to get through a fight against Deontay Wilder to this version of Deontay Wilder and not get hit clean or even hurt and not hit clean and then knocked out and finished. And I don't know, Anthony Joshua, he's a great young fighter. I don't know if he moves his head enough, right? We'll have to see. I'm definitely interested in that fight. I definitely would, especially with plus money back. Like if I lay $100 down and I'm going to get $200 back if Wilder wins, I'm definitely taking that.
Yeah. So for me, like, I get that. Wilder's power is always, like, a huge consideration.
Yeah.
Like, huge. But what I do wonder is when I saw Wilder against Luis Ortiz or I saw Wilder against Fury, when I see him against people that are other really good boxers in the heavyweight division, like, the fight lasts. It goes on. And so what I wonder is against, like, a rematch with Fury or against Anthony Joshua, maybe, I mean, Wilder doesn't do what he did to Dominic Breazeale, is my point.
No, he
Like,
doesn't.
what I saw against Dominic Breazeale was somebody just completely outclassed. He just didn't stand a chance from the beginning.
Except that the two best boxers that he's fought are Luis Ortiz, one of the top 5-ish heavyweights in the world, easily, and Tyson Fury. Both of them brilliant boxers, different styles of brilliant boxers. And against both of them, right?
Yeah.
He was outboxed, even hurt against Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, I mean,
still knocked Luis Ortiz out. Still just about knocked Tyson Fury out.
So what you're saying
and
is
I'm saying
that
he's got all those. He's got 12 rounds, and I think the other one went 10. That's 22 rounds against really good boxers. He's better right now from those fights than he was before. Okay. And so I think that he, with his speed, athleticism, and him constantly getting better, I think he's the best that he's ever been right now, especially because going through those tough fights against good boxers.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can see that too.
That's what I think. I could be wrong. I mean, we're potentially going to see a rematch against Luis Ortiz. I think Wilder wins that fight pretty easily this time. I think it'll.
Yeah, I think Luis Ortiz has shown like quite
within
a
6 rounds or so,
big decline since his. I don't know. Just recently, he's shown a decline, so I definitely think he does much better versus that.
So I don't know. The fighter that I can see really giving Deontay Wilder problems is Tyson Fury, because he's so large. He's 6'9". He's such a great boxer. He's really a beautifully skilled boxer. And yeah, you could say Wilder should have won that fight. Wilder should have got the knockout if that's your argument. Sure, okay. But in the other fight, you also have to kind of say that Tyson Fury came back from a place a lot of people don't come back from. He physically looks better right now than he's ever looked in his life. He's continued that upward trajectory, so I'm interested to see what he can do. So I really don't know who the best heavyweight is right now.
Yeah.
I just if you're giving me plus money, especially, but even if it's just all even, you're saying which one of these 3 guys, if they all fight each other, would win the fights. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to pick against Deontay Wilder because of his crazy athleticism and power, at least over the next year or so, before he starts to naturally decline from age.
Right. Well, and then you have to think, Wilder has already fought Fury once, almost knocked him out in that fight. So does he improve on that? Yeah. Should he meet him in a rematch?
Right.
And then we both talked about Joshua and that he doesn't move his head enough.
He doesn't seem to. And maybe he would against
Wilder.
Yeah. And he's a really accurate puncher, Anthony Joshua. He's a really powerful puncher. He's not the same kind of puncher as Wilder.
Yeah.
Right? He has to hit you clean, but he is capable of hitting you clean and hurting you. He's a big guy and definitely has really good power at heavyweight.
Well, and one thing that I just want to put out there is that these fights need to happen soonish.
Yeah.
Because nobody's getting any younger.
Right. And especially Wilder, the oldest one, who relies mostly on his athleticism.
Right. That's exactly.
That's what makes him great. Not
that
he's not a good boxer.
Since he was, 8. He's relying on that he's like a freak athlete and tremendous power, and that can decline with age.
Can we touch on one thing?
Sure.
Imagine being a person out there who, here it is, I don't know how many years later, he's got 9 title defenses, beating Luis Ortiz, winning 12 rounds with Tyson Fury. Maybe should have won that fight by knockout. At least got the draw. Just knocked out Dominic Breazeale in 3 minutes, right? Imagine being somebody who maybe 5-10 years ago said Deontay Wilder didn't know how to fight, and still sticking to that today. That's a special kind of refusal to admit that, hey, just because Deontay Wilder doesn't look like other people look, there's been plenty of guys at heavyweight or any other weight class that have just had power that have not had world title belts for this long. Mm-hmm. Deontay Wilder definitely knows how to box. They definitely, his trainer Mark Breland and the guys that have worked with him over the years worked very hard to put together game plans specifically for his athleticism and the way his body is and his great assets, which are speed and power. He's got a good jab. So if you're still sticking to the Deontay can't fight thing, I think it's pretty stupid by now.
Yeah. I think it's
still see it, and it drives me. I'm just like, what?
It's wise to let go of trying to pigeonhole boxers that they have to look a certain way or fight a certain way or something like that. So the same goes in other sports. For example, you can look at how basketball has changed over the years since we were kids watching and what it is now, or look at quarterbacks. Quarterback is one of those positions where you think Scouts think like you have to tick these boxes, and they don't want to look at a quarterback that doesn't tick these boxes. Yet we know quarterbacks
over and over again, people come along and change things.
Yeah.
There was a time when people didn't want a quarterback that could run. Can you imagine that now? I mean, in today's NFL, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I also just want to throw a little kudos out there to a boxing writer I know who years ago was saying that Deontay Wilder had what it took to be a heavyweight champion. And that boxing writer was Kelsey McCarson. Y'all look it up on Bleacher Report, haters. You know, I mean, I know you're not haters. You're best boxing friends.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody will pat me on the back for it. So I'll do it for myself. Okay, you can do it too if you want.
Actually, didn't Patrick?
Yeah, he did on our show, but I haven't seen him tweet about it.
Okay.
He ain't like going. I didn't see him like throw me a parade. Where's my parade? Where's my Deontay Wilder parade? I can't get Deontay on the line now. Deontay won't talk to me.
Speaking about parades,
I'm like, where you at, Deontay? I was the one that said that I was on your team, Deontay.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We will not throw you a parade, but we will in our heads.
I was gonna say
our hearts. And so know that. If you like, comment, and subscribe, we will do that. Actually, the next person that I see that subscribes or likes or comments, does something, I'm going to mentally pull up your name, what is that called? I just blanked on
username?
Whatever it is.
Profile name? Whatever.
With
Whoever
your
you are.
little Abby, and I'm gonna throw you a parade, and it's gonna be like fantastic and amazing.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the like main float. It's gonna be huge. You're gonna be at the top of it. I'm gonna give you a scepter and a crown.
There's gonna be like a big float of you, like above
going ahead of you.
People are gonna be cheering.
There's gonna be confetti. Yeah.
I mean, how can you not do that?
Know that.
Yeah. If you're the person that does it right after that, sorry, you should have jumped on first.
I'll throw you like a county parade.
Yeah, but not nearly as
not
big.
like a New York City.
Not nearly as big as the first person.